Hi everyone, Galliana Angel here. Take in the scene. um, okay, so it is what it looks like. I'm in bed, coming to you from the comfort of my own bed. And the reason for that, even though I may not look as glamorous as you think I should, maybe I don't look as well put together as I should, maybe it looks unprofessional. This is my life sometimes. It's not what I claim to be my life forever. In fact, I refuse to accept that this will be my life forever because I know and believe that I am healing. For those of you that don't know, I have suffered from a chronic illness for 22, 23 years now. And over that 23 years, my majority of my life was spent wherever my bed was. Sometimes 5 or 6 days a week in bed. And there were times that I thought that was going to be the rest of my life. There were times that I thought about giving up, and my family and my faith are what got me through it. And there are times that hope prevailed, obviously, or I wouldn't still be here. But you know what? That's not my life anymore, because not only did I spiritually awaken, but I shifted my perspective, I shifted my mindset, and I retrained my brain and I retrained my body. I took back my life, took back my power, and now I am standing in that power. And now, the majority of the days of the week, I'm out of bed for the most part. I may take a nap during the day, but I am up, moving, and doing the things that I need to put my life back together. Not only put my life back together, because I'm past that part. That was a year ago. I am living my best life now. But I don't want to be unrealistic. And I don't want to paint a picture like so many other people try and paint on social media, that life is perfect, life is grand all the time, because that's just not reality. That's not 3D life. And I'd be lying if I tried to paint that picture for you. My life is great. I love it now more than I ever did before, despite, let's say, partially because of everything I've been through. I can love and appreciate life now in a way that I never could before. And now I can truly love life again. But it was a process. It was a long road. And it was a lot of inner work, not outer work. This didn't matter at the time when I was falling apart. And because of that, I had to learn to love this version of me, the one without the makeup. Some days without a shower, because I just didn't have the strength in me to stand or even crawl to the shower. So I had to learn to accept and love that version of me and appreciate that my body was still fighting for me, that my body was still going despite where my mind might have been at that moment, or the signals that my body was sending me that day. So I am in a much better place now, and most of the time you're going to see me sitting up, standing, coming from a life perspective that is happy and joyful. But there are still a few days here and there that I'm stuck in bed as I finish my healing journey. And the reason for that is because there are still a few lessons left that I need to learn. And that's what life is about. That's what pain, suffering, illness, important experiences, situations are all about, learning valuable life lessons. And I learned so many incredible lessons throughout this journey that are truly so valuable that it's made it worthwhile. I'm not going to lie and say I don't wish there was a different way I could have went about it. Of course, I would have liked to have had the easy route, but then I wouldn't have learned as much. I wouldn't be as empathetic and compassionate, patient as I am now. So, life is so much better, but I'm still on the journey. I've just got a little bit further to go when it comes to physical health to heal, but I am on the precipice of it being the miracle that I've been waiting for. I've actually received the miracle. I've had a huge energetic shift around my health, and I've received wisdom and knowledge to help heal it. It's just going to take a little bit longer to do that healing because the damage was so great that it has to now be healed in layers. So, a little more patience, and I will be there. But for now, I decided not to wait any longer for that time to be able to come to you looking polished, looking professional, because there's too much work to be done. There's too much I got to share, too much I need to create. So I've decided I'm going to create it and share it from right here. On the days that I have enough energy, and even whether I'm in bed or not, I'm going to share it. The reason you haven't heard as much from me, despite doing well, is because I still have these days where I suddenly have to lay down, and then I would let that get in the way of me sharing. Now, some days I just don't have the energy or the strength to do this, and you don't understand how much energy it takes to carry on a conversation until you don't have it, until you can barely breathe just trying to muster words to put together in a sentence. That's something I took for granted before I got sick. I thought you're just laying there. You're not even getting up, exerting any physical energy. So why? No, it takes energy just to carry on a conversation. But I'm not going to let that stop me unless I don't have that energy. If I don't have that energy, that means my body's telling me I need to save, reserve, and honor the energy that I have and rest. My body's telling me that I need to heal, and that should be my main priority and focus. And then, when I have the energy, even if I'm not physically up to moving throughout the house, I will still be able to come to you with a conversation. And those conversations are going to be called Your Bedside Angel Guide. Galliana Angel, coming to you straight from the bedside. So, when a doctor is charismatic, patient, and really builds a rapport with their patient, people claim they have a bedside manner, a good bedside manner. So, at your bedside, they make you feel at ease. They make you feel comfortable. They make you feel safe. Well, that's what my guides do for me, no matter where I'm at, especially in the times of need while I'm in bed, like this. So that is something I'd like to pass along to you, to let you know that wherever you're at in life, wherever you're coming from, wherever you feel forced to be in that moment, you have love and support around you. You have your own guides, and then you have an angel guide right here in me. So straight from Galliane, your bedside angel guide, I'm introducing this series of talks. And I have so many ideas built up within me and a whole list of ideas to share with you from all my downtime that you're going to start seeing different series that I'm going to be doing. This one, as well as a series of Lessons in Compassion, which is a series of talks about thank God you didn't have to, but this is what you need to know. And basically what that means is thank God you may not have ever had to go to prison or jail. Thank God you may not have had a loved one in your life ever go to prison or jail. But this is what you need to know. To be able to love and appreciate those around you that have. Thank God you never experienced a traumatic loss. But this is what you need to know. Thank God you never lost someone to cancer or never experienced cancer. But this is what you need to know. or a chronic disability or health condition, an invisible illness, an addiction. And that idea comes from my own personal experiences as well as other people that I've witnessed, that when you haven't experienced something personally and there's a stigma around it with society, such as mental illness or addiction, when the stigma makes addicts seem like druggies, junkies, some distant character that is foreign to you, that it makes it seem negative. It makes it seem like these people are less responsible, or they're easily enticed, or they're weak in character. Because if you don't know somebody personally that you love that's been affected by addiction, it's easy to make those judgments without even realizing you're making those judgments. And many of us do. Maybe you're not that person, but it's easy to do. It's easy to do around a lot of things. An invisible illness. If somebody looks perfectly healthy walking into the grocery store, but you saw them park in a handicapped parking spot, does your mind go to, well, they don't look disabled. Maybe I should call the police. Maybe I should leave a note on their windshield. Has your mind ever gone there? But can I ask you, do you have x-ray vision? Can you see that hole in their heart? Can you see that genetic illness within their genes, their DNA? Can you see the diabetes that could make them suddenly drop and pass out? It's easy. We're human. We're all flawed. So that's why I wanted to create that conversation to have around difficult topics that sometimes we're not real about. And it's called Lessons in Compassion. Each of these series are not just designed to teach you a lesson about the conversation that we have, such as not being judgmental towards somebody that went to prison, not being judgmental towards a loved one that's dealing with someone that went to prison, and how to have compassion for the people that are left out on the outside that are trying to care for their loved one, that's still their son, their brother, their husband, and the burdens it brings to them, and how we need to have compassion for them and what they're going through, or whatever the topic is. But it's also designed as a whole. The whole series is designed to teach you something, and that is to have more compassion and empathy for our fellow man, regardless of the topic. Just like this is designed to help you see that you can do something great no matter what your limitations. If I can reach somebody and make a difference in their day, or teach somebody something, or help somebody to make a perspective shift, or inspire somebody right from my bed with no makeup, no comfort of a filter, or pretty clothes, jewelry, or God forbid, energy and necessary human needs, then you can make a difference in your daily life with the little things that you do. So, with that said, I'm going to leave you now, and I ask that you watch for these conversations as they come out, because they are soul chat. Chat that our soul truly needs to be having within ourselves, personally, and with one another from soul to soul. So, my first chat is coming up soon. Watch for that. Please take just a few minutes out of your day to watch it. You might really find some valuable information within it. And we get to spend some valuable time together. Right where I'm at, right where you may be at the moment that you watch it. Loving one another and exchanging valuable time and energy. So let's make the most of it. Coming from my bed in good old Ohio, from the United States of America, I'm Galliana Angel, your bedside angel guide. Have a blessed day. I love you guys.